Order! Order!
I recognise me. Now, other business at hand. Ah, yes, Mr. Bullpitt, there's been a complaint.
Wasn't me. I love that bloody cat.
Wait for it, wait for it. There's been a complaint about your granddaughter, Terry.
So what's new? I complain about her all the time.
This is an official complaint, and I'm afraid the committee's going to have to act. She's too young to stay here permanently. To be a resident of a retirement village, you must be over 55.
Oh, good heavens, I'll have to leave. I'm only 40.
We'll make an exception in your case, Joan. So, tragically, I find I have to ask you to get Terry to vacate your villa.
Listen, this is my house. I'll have whoever I like there.
The rules, Mr. Bullpitt.
You can stick the rules. If I want to have a drug-crazed university student tarry-hooting around the place, I will.
How do you spell Tarry Hooten?
Anyway, that's the committee's position. We'll discuss it later.
Now, what's this next point on the agenda? Video wills.
Ah, yes. The courts have ruled that they are now legal, and the local video company, Weddings Are Us, is offering a special deal where they'll videotape your last wishes for half the price of a lawyer preparing a written will.
I like it. You can stick it right up, all those freeloading, money-grabbing relatives, and they can't even answer back.
That's why they're calling it the final word. Those who are interested can add their name to the list on the notice board.
Can I do it in my spa?
Why not? You've done it everywhere else.
So, because I'm not 55, I've got to get out of here.
Yeah.
It's discrimination. I'm not going. You don't want me to go, do you?
Not me. I love having bloody little you around.
Right. I'm going to ring student legal aid. It's ageist, sexist, nudist. You'll be with me, won't you?
Oh, yeah. Solidarity forever. Yeah, will you shut up? I'm trying to read Ginger Meggs. He's having his tonsils out again.
How did you make it through the war?
Oh, no. It's Ginger's monkey's having its tonsils out again.
Hello, I want to speak to someone in the student legal aid office. What do you mean they're in jail? Well, get them out of jail. Oh, I've got to go. Right.
G'day, Teddy boy! Oh, get a bit big in the bread basket there, Teddy.
I hate you.
Oh, look!
What?
Got you again!
I hate you.
You don't hate me, Teddy. I'm your brother. You love me.
Why don't I hate you? Hate, vomit, chuck, spew.
And how's my cutie little bunny baby Terry?
Hello, Bob.
Come and sit on your old uncle's knee and I'll tell you a story.
Come and sit on this meat tenderizer and be the end of story.
Silly little thing.
So it is true what I've heard about you. It really is a silly little thing.
Ted, mate, I know over the years we've had our differences,
I can't afford it. Go away.
but I'm a changed man. Since I started No Frills Funerals and Car Wash on the Gold Coast, I've developed a new understanding of life and what it's all about.
I haven't got any money. Go away.
Teddy, trust me.
Trust you? Last time I trusted you, I ended up in hospital.
You didn't.
I did. It was my 10th birthday, and you said, let's jump on our bikes the way Roy Rogers leaps off the balcony onto his horse, and I did.
And?
You'd taken the seat off.
A childish prank. Ted, I really love you.
Yeah, well, why did you staple a stamp to me tongue?
Because you let me. It was an offer too good to refuse.
You didn't let me do it to you.
I would have, honest, but it was my last staple. Anyway, Ted, that's all behind us. Look at me. No more white suits, gold chains, Larry shirts. I'm a totally genuine, 100% responsible citizen.
What are you selling?
Graves.
What for?
Dead people. Think about it, Ted. Death is a once-in-a-lifetime event, and you don't want to mess it up.
Eh?
That's where Eternity Gardens comes into it.
What's Eternity Garden?
Oh, you're going to love this, Ted. Eternity Gardens is Australia's first time-sharing cemetery. It's the latest thing, along with video wills.
I've heard of them.
$100 down and $100 a year, and you can spend forever with your mates or your family while waiting for your mates.
Why do I get the feeling I'm being had?
Ted, mate, it's only $5,000 I need.
No.
Only for a month.
No.
Just to lock up the real estate.
No.
All right? I'll chuck in a free grave.
No.
A
whole grave to yourself. You won't have to share it with any other dead blokes. Oh, what a view. All right, Ted, is that your final word?
Yes.
Well, it's been very nice talking to you, Ted. May I wish you all the best for your retirement. And may God bless you. Farewell.
I can't stand it. Bob, I know you're ripping me off, but please, tell me how.
So then the mad bloke said, "Me? You're the bloke drawing the dirty pictures."
Oh, I don't get it, Jono. What happened to the naked girls?
There weren't any. See, the mad bloke thought that... Ah, forget it, Ted. Anything interesting in the mail?
Oh, win a house on the Gold Coast for the guide dogs. Win a house on the Gold Coast for Boys Town. Win a house on the Gold Coast for the boat people. You know, that sort of stuff. You?
The same. Well, hang on. Here's something interesting. Yeah, the report on my tests.
Oh, geez, what are you, crook, Jono?
Oh, no, nothing. Just a, sort of a niggling something. Yeah, in view of your wish to keep this matter totally confidential, I enclose the results of your tests. Sorry. Cheers, Jerry.
Oh, doesn't sound too good, Jono.
Oh, it's just Jerry. He's always joking. I mean, look at this bit here. Chronic, terminal, 3 months. He's a riot. No, he's not. He's serious. I'm gonna die.
It's a sad day, Kieran. My best mate's about to get trapped in that great traffic jam in the sky. Poor old Jono. What a tragedy. Hi, Bob. Ted, you still flogging those graves? If I give you a lead, what sort of spotter's fee would I get?
10% and a gift voucher for a no-frills funeral and car wash quote. Oh, by the way, Ted.
What?
What's that behind you? Oh, look!
What?
Got you again! He never learns! He never learns. Once I told him a towel was a secret Aboriginal Dreamtime flying cape and he jumped off a garage roof wearing it.
I didn't.
He did. Landed on Dad's concrete mixer.
Only once.
Anyway, Ted, seriously, if you get any grave prospects, I'd like you to pass them over to my local franchise holder.
Who's that?
Me.
Eh?
Yes. Bobby and I are partners, aren't we, Bobby?
Yes, we've coupled up on a few cosy joint ventures since this morning.
And some of them we're even business. These graves are being snapped up like hotcakes. I never thought people would buy a hole in the ground. How about you, Teddy?
I'm being buried in the Kingswood.
Well, I'm taking this little filly off to the races. With a bit of luck, we'll have the daily double before I get her in the starting box.
Don't spare the whip and don't forget the spurs. Oh, Bobby, you're a naughty, naughty man, but don't ever change.
G'day, Darcy. You want to buy a grave?
I'll give you a call when I'm dead. Rumble One Kenobi. I am the spirit of the wisdom of the wilderness. Through me, the energy of the universe ebbs and flows. And furthermore, I got a package for you.
Eh?
A courier delivered it. He asked me to write Ted Bullpitt on a clipboard. I did, and he gave me that.
Well, what's the company?
High security couriers.
Oh, I hate those bags. It's like trying to get into Bronwyn Bishop's hairdo.
No problemo. Look what was inside it.
How'd you do that?
Trade secret, and don't ask me what cell block I learned it in.
I wonder what's in it.
Well, put it on. Make it in the old JVC.
Yeah, well, I will.
Well, go on.
Well, there's no hurry.
You don't know how to do it, do you?
Yes, I do. I can do up my own shoes.
Well, go on, put it on.
I'm home.
Oh, thank God for that. Here, stick this on the video.
Don't you want to hear about my day?
Yeah, I'm fascinated. Stick it on.
I visited the student legal aid office and they reckon it's discrimination to chuck me out of here.
I'll be character witness.
Thanks, but maybe some other time, Dad.
Shh, look at this. Shirlene Coombs. I remember that name.
It's a video, Will.
Wow. I bet you've inherited a long-lost gold mine chocker with nuggets and naked girls. Don't forget your mates.
Shirlene Coombs.
Who is she?
Oh, of course. Shirlene Coombs. She was the very first girl that I ever,
What?
well, you know,
The first girl you ever had sex with?
soap and water girlie.
What was it?
Yes.
Hello, Ted.
Shut up. Oh, Struth. Look what's happened to her.
If you're watching this, I have recently passed away.
Pickle me grandmother.
Do you remember that night? That special night during the war before you were leaving for the army?
Uh-oh.
I was your girlfriend. And we went down behind Dad's sawmill.
Uh-oh.
Well, we had a little boy.
Pickle me grandmother.
I've kept it a secret all these years, but it doesn't really matter now. Ted, I'd like you to meet your son, Jack.
G'day, Dad. Pickle me grandmother, but it's good to meet you at last. I've got a Commodore. What do you drive?
Struth me dead. I'm a dad again.
Hello. If you are seeing this, you would probably know that I am dead. I purposely hid the fact that I was facing death because when it happened, I wanted you to have the greatest shock possible. But now to my final wishes. First, to my mother-in-law, for whom my deep feelings are well known. Gladys, I want you to have this 14th century Ming vase, which my great-great-grandfather discovered in an emperor's tomb in southern China. To Muriel's unemployable brother, whom I've supported in Nimbin for years. Archie, old son, I know in your few unbefuddled moments, you've expressed great admiration for my priceless antique Toby jug collection. I want you to have it. And so that we don't risk damage in transit, enjoy. And now, to Muriel, my wife of 300 years. I have realized all our assets in cold, hard cash and deposited it in a Swiss bank account. And so that you don't lose the secret number, I have tattooed it on this live mouse. Oh, oops. He got away. But don't worry, Muriel. He's in the house somewhere. And now to Muriel's beautiful sister, who I should have married in the first place. I hope you enjoy Switzerland.
Anyway, it just gets worse and worse. And then he holds up all these magazines and rubber things to the camera.
But I saw him at lunch today. He seemed all right.
He is. He hasn't said anything to me.
Where'd you get the tape?
It was taped under the car, where he hides all his videos. He doesn't know I got it. What do you think I should do?
I'm no expert on marriages, Muriel, but it does look just a touch shaky to me.
Yes, I got a bit of a feeling like that, too.
Well, if it was me, I'd be getting a second opinion.
I did. I asked Joan. You're the second opinion.
What did Joan say?
She tried to sell me a cheap grave in Surface Paradise. Sort of adds new meaning to paradise, doesn't it?
Not the marriage, Muriel. Jono should get a second opinion about his condition. Why don't you call his doctor?
I did, and all he could say was that he'd review the files and talk to Jono. Matter of ethics, you know.
Well, after thinking about it, reviewing all the possibilities and considering all avenues, I'd say the best thing you can do is buy 500 mouse traps.
And then, Dad, I became an apprentice motor mechanic in Oberon.
What sort of dealership was it?
Oh, Holden, of course.
Oh, that's a relief.
Yeah. Yeah, I always had a strange sort of attraction to Holdens, ever since I was a little kid.
Well, there's nothing wrong with that. You're an Australian.
Yeah. Yeah, even when I was fishing at Lake Yukonbeen, I looked up and I saw this vision of Peter Brock walking across the water.
You too.
He can't be anyone else's son. White with 3?
Thanks. Yeah, so I sort of started at the bottom and worked my way up, and now I've got my own dealership. Can I hold your hand, Dad?
No!
Go on.
All right.
It's a male bonding thing.
Oh, God, I'm gonna be sick.
No. Can I have my hand back now, Jack?
Thanks, Dad.
Here it is again. Sounds like a cat. Where is it?
Wouldn't have a clue, but don't open the fridge.
There's something seriously wrong with you. There's no cat in here.
Isn't there? Well, how did...
Oh, cats will do that, you know. My neighbour's cat always jumps out of my fridge like he's got a key to the padlock.
Don't tell me you hate a cat, too.
No, not me. I love that bloody cat.
Deeply concerned I had the same blood as you. I think I'll have a nice warm bath and a good long primal scream.
Anyway, Dad, can I have $5,000?
Strike me dead. What for?
I got big problems with the dealership. People are pinching cars every day. I need the money, see, to put a big fence around the cars.
How many have you lost?
Oh, heaps. There's not a day goes by that I don't have one of the sales blokes go racing out shouting, "The Commodore? You're not taking the Commodore!"
You were looking for me, Joan?
Johnno, come and sit down, darling.
This isn't about those rubber things I borrowed from you, because if it is, I promise I'll replace the batteries.
No, darling. It's about that Eternity Gardens deal.
Oh, yes, yes. Oh, you know, I just might be interested.
Of course, if you sign now, I can guarantee a waterfront position and sole occupancy for 5 years.
Interesting.
There you are, John.
Not in front of Muriel. What is it, Muriel?
A letter for you from your doctor.
Oh, good. I'll read it later.
I think you'll find at the top of page 2, after all the grovelling apologies, it says that your tests were mixed up with some other poor souls and there's nothing wrong with you. Anyway, I thought we should go away for a holiday.
No, I don't want a holiday. I'm happy here. You go if you want to. In fact, it'll do you good.
Oh, well, if you think so.
I do. Where will you go?
Switzerland.
Switzerland? Why?
Well, my sister's there.
Is she? I never knew that. And what's brought this on?
Oh, just something a little mouse told me.
Mouse? What sort of mouse?
A little white mouse with a tattoo on its back.
I suppose you're all wondering why I've called you here tonight.
Yes, we are. We certainly are.
Now, many of you have invested in or are about to invest in Bob Bullpitt's latest venture, Eternity Gardens, Australia's first timeshare cemetery.
A wise investment indeed, and I can personally guarantee you'll be happy all the years you're dead.
Thanks, Bob. I wonder, would you mind just refreshing our memories? Where exactly is Eternity Gardens?
On the Gold Coast, prime waterfront land, an ocean view from every grave.
It's a mangrove swamp, isn't it?
Only at high tide.
So, ladies and gentlemen of Whispering Pines, I suggest you review your investment and invoke the cooling off clause with the promoter.
Well, we certainly will. Want our money back.
And you'll happily refund their money, won't you?
Oh, happily is not the word.
And now the matter of Shirlene Coombs's video will and Ted Bullpitt's love child.
Ted Bullpitt's love child?
The tape, if you would, Samantha.
Happily.
Hello, Ted. If you're watching this, I have recently passed
Stop it right
away.
there. Charlene has not passed away. In fact, Charlene is in this room with us right now. Take a close look at the ring on Charlene's finger. Notice how it looks exactly like the ring on Bob Bullpitt's finger.
Yeah, but I can explain all that.
It was Bob in drag. And as for Ted's love child, Jack, he's an actor. But his script was fatally flawed.
Oh, no. I made sure that he followed all Ted's expressions.
And that was your undoing. The phrase, "I love that bloody cat," has only been Ted since he moved into this village. Not since he was a kid.
Well done.
Well, it's just my little joke.
And finally, Samantha, if you would look in Bob's left inside jacket pocket, I think you'll find Ted's cheque for $5,000.
Bingo.
How did you know that?
Just a lucky guess. And now, in closing, would all those who now believe I should be permitted to stay in this village please raise their hands? Thank you. My work here is done. Good night.